Senator Ted Cruz will soon be the recipient of the Defender of Israel Award at a donor gala, or gala, depending on how you like to say it, hosted by none other than Miriam Adelson. Jake, your 2 cents.
It's a cucktastrophe.
Absolutely.
So Ted Cruz is gonna get cucked here. You're gonna enjoy the details. But of course, I'm gonna bring up that everyone in mainstream media says, I don't see the bribery. I don't see him serving Israel. I'm blind, deaf, and dumb. Plus, I'm the dumbest person in America. That's why I'm a reporter. All right, let's give you the real facts.
So let's take a look at the flyer for the Israeli-American Council event that Senator Cruz will be honored at. All right, you're taking a look at that. The gala's theme is Strength and Unity, Leadership Meets Action. Cruz is the event's keynote speaker. And a ticket to this gala will cost you not much, just $2,500 for one ticket. But if you become a donor club member at the Israeli American Council, you get some extra perks. If you're wondering what those perks are, I'm about to tell you. Donor club membership includes gala access and year-round engagement, exclusive gatherings, and unparalleled networking with national leaders, philanthropists, and decision makers shaping the future of our community. I would literally pay them $2,500 to not have to go if I were ever asked to go. Like the idea of being in that room. But here's the thing, Ted Cruz loves it. He jumps in it as he told, actually, I won't put words in his mouth. Let's go to that Tucker Carlson video because he told Tucker Carlson and the rest of the American people what his whole purpose in the United States Senate really is. Take a look.
I've never taken money from the Israel lobby, have you?
Taken money from the Israel?
From AIPAC.
So AIPAC raises a lot of money for me, but it's actually a misnomer because the people who raise money are individuals. Right. So it's not the PAC itself, but they're individual members who believe in the American-Israeli friendship and relationship.
Is AIPAC a foreign lobby?
No, it's an American lobby. It's the AIPAC stands for the America-Israeli Political Action Committee.
What does it lobby for?
So, to be honest, not a whole lot effectively. Listen, I came into Congress 13 years ago with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate.
Great.
And I've worked every day to do that. AIPAC, a lot of times, AIPAC, I wish were much more effective.
My understanding, having known a lot of people who work at AIPAC, is that it lobbies on behalf of the Israeli government.
Wrong.
Oh, okay. When was the last time AIPAC took a position that deviated from Prime Minister Netanyahu?
All the time.
Name one.
Okay. Let me go back and give a little history. If you want to do a deep dive on AIPAC,
I don't. I want to do a shallow dive that gets.
No.
I want to get to the core question. AIPAC is lobbying for a foreign government, and I don't. It's not. It's lobbying for the United States.
It is lobbying for a strong U.S.-Israeli relationship.
Let's just go to graphic 4 so you get a sense of how much Senator Cruz has taken from the Israel lobby. Oh, would you look at that? $1,411,545.
That's at a bare minimum because a lot of the money comes through dark money and they can't trace the dark money. So he's taking an enormous amount of money. So guys, look, this is why I get so frustrated at the media. I'm sorry if I keep saying it over again, but how can a reporter see that he gets paid millions of dollars? He just told you his top goal in the Senate is to serve Israel. And then say, oh, AIPAC doesn't lobby for Israel? I mean, Tucker asked a great question, which is, then what do they lobby for? And reporters look at that and go, no, I don't see how Israel's influencing him or controlling him at all. In fact, I think it's offensive if you say that. I think it's offensive if you're that unintelligent and you can't make the simplest conclusion from what he literally told you. And the money that he's paid to serve Israel, and then you say, no, I can't see it. Well, I don't think anyone can be that stupid. That's why I think almost everyone in our media is deeply corrupt. And I would say that Tucker Carlson, by exposing Ted Cruz, Mike Huckabee, and others, has done more journalism than almost any mainstream media reporter.
I mean, of course.
And
that's why they hate him so much. I mean, let's keep it real. Not
one reporter in mainstream media ever asked Ted Cruz any of these questions.
No, that's why that interview was so incredible to see, right? Especially because it was Tucker Carlson who was carrying it out and who held Senator Cruz's feet to the fire. And look, the mainstream media clearly has been salty about that ever since, because when Tucker Carlson did the sit-down interview with the New York Times podcast, they were furious that he treated Senator Cruz that way, but was more polite to Nick Fuentes, who has no political power whatsoever.
And at the end of the interview, if you made it all the way there, the New York Times says, and we asked Ted Cruz, and he says that he has done nothing for Israel. Like they stated it like it was a fact, right? Like, oh, this idiot Tucker Carlson, this conspiracy theorist. But in reality, Ted Cruz hasn't been biased towards Israel at all.
No, not at all.
Come on, what a bunch of liars. But let's go to Adelson. So I want to go to video 2 here. So Miriam Adelson's throwing this shindig, right? So in a different Israeli gathering, there's a million of them. She was asked about how she buys politicians, and awkward, watch this.
Miri, you and Sheldon created a lot of relationship over the years with politicians at the state level, especially at the federal level. I want you to share with everyone, why is it so important and how do you do it? Again, writing checks is part of it, but there is more than writing just checks. So how do you do it?
Can you allow me not to answer?
You choose.
I want to be truthful, and there are so many things that I don't want to talk about.
The reason that both of you were able to make huge differences is because you got involved. And you spent a lot of time and yes, money, a lot of money on it, but you got involved and you cared.
So guys, first of all, he's like, can you tell us how you buy American politicians? She's like, I'm gonna take the Fifth Amendment on that. That was wonderfully awkward. And the guy sitting on the other side, by the way, is one of the top donors to Democrats in my lifetime, #1 donor to the Clintons. But Miriam Adelson, current #1 donor to Donald Trump, used to be a donor for the Clintons, because they don't care about Republicans or Democrats. They're buying the whole government. And so, well, if you say, Cenk, I don't know if I believe you. I mean, do you have anybody on the record talking about that? Let's go to the third video here.
Miriam and Sheldon would come into the office. They'd call me. He'd call me. I think they had more trips to the White House than anybody else I can think of. Look at her sitting there so innocently. She's got 60 billion in the bank, 60 billion. And I think she's saying no more. And she loves Israel, but she loves it, and they would come in, and her husband was a very aggressive man, but I loved him. But I actually asked her, I'm gonna get her in trouble with this, but I actually asked her once, I said, so Miriam, I know you love Israel. What do you love more, the United States or Israel? She refused to answer. That might mean Israel, I must say.
So funny.
She sold us out for, she got me to sell out America for Israel.
Oh my gosh, she likes Israel more.
Ted Cruz also works for Israel, and she bought him off. She bought off so many of our politicians. And the media's like, I don't see it. I don't hear it.
Yeah, I can't stand these people. I can't get the F out of my country. Get out of my country.
Okay, if you don't know, Miriam Adelson and Sheldon Adelson, her late husband, flew Jonathan Pollard back to Israel on their private jet and then threw him a party when he landed in Israel.
Get out of my country.
Jonathan Pollard.
Leave, please leave, please leave. Go live in it. I don't understand why they're here. Why are you here, Miriam?
Oh, to rob us. That's why they're here. There's no question about it.
I know.
So Miriam Adelson and those guys put in a couple $100 million, and they get back a couple $100 billion from America. Yet another thing that every reporter in the country just couldn't notice. Oh my God, they got an amazing return on investment. They put in hundreds of millions, they get hundreds of billions. But no reporter could find it. Hey, it's reported everywhere. Can you make the connection? Don't make the connection, protect Israel, says our media. So it's obvious that our politicians are captured by Israel and our media is captured by Israel. We live under occupation. Until we end that occupation here in America, there is no second issue because we have no sovereignty. What you think and what I think about any particular issue is irrelevant because we don't have any effect on our own government. Miriam Adelson and her friends own our government, and anyone telling you otherwise is lying to you on purpose to keep you asleep so you don't notice that you're occupied and being actively robbed by these donors.
every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.